Welcome to Resource PNG. Puma Energy PNG Limited has hit the ground running since acquiring Interoil's downstream business in 2014. This week, the company announced Hulala Tokome as its general manager, overseeing its operations here in PNG. Since acquiring Interoil's downstream business in Papua New Guinea in 2014, Puma Energy has wasted no time in making its presence known. From the rebranding of service stations to the Puma Energy colours, to the rollout of its fuel and lubricants, the company has been hard at work at maintaining and growing its presence in the country. This week, another milestone was achieved with Puma Energy announcing a new general manager to oversee its operations in the country. Hulala Tokome brings with him over 19 years of experience in the fuel and lubricant business in PNG. Starting out as a graduate trainee in this industry, he has worked his way up to the top of Puma in PNG.
I think it's been. I mean, for me, it's been the same business that I've been in. I mean, through BP, through Interoil, and now Puma. And I think Puma, in their short 9 months in PNG, they've been able to do the appointments based on the expertise and the quality of the people that they've got within the company, and that's where the appointments have come within. So there's not only been myself who's been appointed within the company myself being the general manager of the business, but there's also been other appointments, significant appointments within the downstream and refining business as well. Yeah, so, I mean, in answer to your question, it feels, it's been a long. I mean, as a graduate trainee, within the business, all the way through to the GM role. I mean, I've held various positions within the senior management structure of the business, and not only within the Interoil business, but also within the BP business as well. So it's quite a significant appointment within PNG as a national taking on the helm of Puma Energy. So it's quite a satisfying appointment for me. Yes.
Together with Mr. Tokome, the following have also been appointed to senior management positions: Moses Gura, who assumes the role of Deputy General Manager, Refining; Margaret Nareso, Business Support Manager; Bruce Apana, Government and Corporate Affairs Manager; David Willie, Operations Manager, Refining; and Gilbert Hamambi, Maintenance Manager, Refining.
Puma is all about in the countries where Puma operates in, and when Puma bought the PNG business, they came in with quite a vigorous push to try to look at talent within, and also look at ways in which they could be able to localize a lot of the positions which where they saw fit to localize. I mean, the benefit of being part of Puma is that you're able to tap into resources within the Puma world, such that you can be able to get a lot of support and backing, and I think that's where Puma has been able to look at the talent within, and at the same time bring in people externally to work within the business.
According to Mr. Tokome, these appointments are testament of Puma Energy's commitment to ensuring that talented Papua New Guineans are given every opportunity to contribute to the success of the company now and into the future. These coincide with the company's plans to expand its business in the country. So what can customers expect from Puma Energy in the months ahead?
Put it this way, 9 months within the business, 9 months of Puma in PNG, and there's been, as you can see, the service stations, they've all been pretty much all our company-owned sites, all pretty much having the Puma branding replacing the Interoil branding, and it goes a long way to say with the nationalization or localization of staff who have got the potential to move within the business. That's where Puma has been able to push a lot of our staff. So we've taken on a new system. We've also got a rollout of our rebranding of our depots and terminals, including our retail facilities as well. We're looking at getting into new markets. We're looking at also introducing new products within the business as well, right? And it's going to be something totally different from what we currently sell within which is just your usual petrol, diesel, kerosene, and aviation fuel plus lubricants. So I think there's a number of challenges which are coming through, and that's the way that we're trying to look at adding more value and getting more value out of the business. I think with the new product lines we've got. We've started selling bitumen. We introduced bitumen towards the end of last year, so we've been selling bitumen into the market. We've been able to get a number of customers purchasing bitumen, and at quite a competitive price than what people are able to source it at. So we're looking to expand that market. We're also getting into gas, so we will also be supplying gas. This is home cooking gas. Yep, correct. Which is going to be supplied within the market. It is produced here at our refinery at Napa. So we might as well tap into that and start commercializing that as well. So those are probably the two large product lines that we're looking at introducing into the market. And bitumen, we've already done that. Gas, within the next month, we should be able to get into the market with gas. So Puma gas will be out there in the market for our people to purchase and use.
Apart from its core business, Puma Energy is also committed to contributing to communities where it operates.
I think for us, we've also got a Puma Foundation, which we will also have. Which will enable people who are more in the NGO business, in the NGO sector, to go through. So it will not be directly with Puma Energy PNG, but it'll be with an independent Puma Foundation, such that they can be able to look at what they do. Is they look at what this organization looks at. Is it looks at other the countries which we operate in, and they then look at ways in which they can be able to do improvement in the lives of people, and putting something more tangible that people can be able to benefit from, in a way. Yeah. So. There is a team which has travelled into PNG a couple of times to actually look at ways in which they can be able to help out, right? So it kind of like takes away the burden away from the business, right? Where you've got somebody independent who actually goes and screens a lot of those community involvements and social obligations that we may have. So for me, it is a better way of doing it, rather than us receiving day in, day out requests of what we're going to be doing and all that. At the end of the day, we've got commitments. We do a lot of things. We just sponsored the game fishing tournament here in Port Moresby. We do a lot of golf tournaments throughout the country. We've also got a number of other community service programs that we've also got going as well, on a smaller scale, but quite significant. Yeah.
Welcome back to Resource PNG. In a boost for power generation in Papua New Guinea, ExxonMobil PNG and Oil Search have both signed agreements with the state to supply additional electricity from its operations to state-owned entity PNG Power. Through this deal, electricity consumers in Port Moresby, as well as along the Ramu power grid, can expect a more reliable electricity service and hopefully less blackouts in the coming months. In what has been described as a symbolic partnership, two of the lead partners in the PNG LNG project have come on board to support the national government in providing electricity. ExxonMobil PNG and Oil Search have both signed agreements to provide additional power to PNG Power to supply electricity to consumers. Prime Minister Peter O'Neill was on hand to witness the signing of these agreements and thanked both energy companies for assisting the state in providing electricity to the people of Papua New Guinea.
Today we are signing the agreement to facilitate for the power supply from the LNG project to Port Moresby residents, which will give us capacity for another 75 megawatts of power within the next 6 months, 25 by June, I understand, June, July, 25 megawatts of power, and further 50 megawatts of power towards the end of the year. That will give us a very good security of the energy supply for the residents of the city, and I thank all partners, particularly ExxonMobil as the operator of the PNG LNG and PNG Power for working tirelessly in making sure that we deliver this on time. As we speak, work has already started in connecting portion 152 to the main grid so that power supply will be secured before the games commence in July.
ExxonMobil PNG executed a sale agreement for the sale of electricity from its LNG plant at portion 152 in Port Moresby to PNG Power. Under this agreement, the LNG project will supply up to 25 megawatts of electricity for local use, with long-term plans for the construction of a new state-owned gas-fired power generation unit. According to ExxonMobil PNG Managing Director Andrew Barry, this agreement fulfills one of the key commitments made under a Memorandum of Understanding for the company to provide domestic gas for power generation for Port Moresby. Electricity from the PNG LNG site is expected to be available on the Port Moresby electricity grid just in time for the commencement of the Pacific Games in July this year.
This is a very exciting time for ExxonMobil and for the government and the people of Papua New Guinea. This first phase of electricity generation, which this power sales agreement is backing, is something that's going to be extremely important to the people of Papua New Guinea, and the target to have it all online prior to the Pacific Games is something that is extremely important. We're working extremely hard to do. So this is the phase one of the MOU that we signed several months ago, and then the phase two of the additional power supply of additional 50 megawatts is progressing extremely well as well. So it's an exciting time for us, and an exciting time for the people of Papua New Guinea, and we're extremely pleased to be here and be able to reconfirm our commitment to the long-term opportunities that we have here in the country.
We are selling 50 toya per kilowatt hour to Port Moresby residents. This new agreement is going to bring the power price down from 50 to 25 toya per megawatt per kilowatt hour. That is very significant reduction, almost 50% cheaper. In terms of net benefit to PNG Power, we'll be making a savings of 35 million kina in diesel purchase alone between July to December for 2015. Light up the electricity using the gas on the 1st of July 2015 in ready for the 4th of July PNG Games. So my team is pretty much working flat out. We got all the pylons fabricated now, and we will be starting to install them, and we should have power in by 1st of July.
Meantime, Oil Search Limited has sealed a partnership with the state through PNG Power for an ambitious plan to make electricity available to 1 million people along the Ramu power grid by the year 2030. Phase 1 of this ambitious plan has been delivered, with PNG Power Limited commencing continuous 24-hour power generation and supply to Tari town in Hela province. With assistance from Oil Search, fuel is being provided from Oil Search's Hides geothermal energy plant to support PNG Power in this regard. Round-the-clock power generation will now allow power to be transmitted to the Tari Rural Hospital, the local school, as well as enable further connections in Tari.
The second one is the very historic one, that is the supply of 24-hour power supply for the first time to the Hela province, and particularly the township of Tari. For that we thank Oil Sets and his team and the team for working closely again with PNG Power in making sure that the dreams of the people of Hela province is achieved. After supplying gas to the Pogera development for many years, over 20 years, and Tari living in darkness during that time, it has been the wish of our people that we try and provide them power so that they can have a better, improved standard of living for our people in that province. Our aim is to connect the Hela province and the rest of Papua New Guinea to the main grid of the PNG Power's grid along the Ramu grid and the Highlands grid. And I'm certain that we're working closely in achieving that with our partners who are now going to help us secure the supply of electricity to our people throughout the country.
For the people of Hela, I think this is also a very significant occasion as a son of Hela too, to light up Hela. It's one of the prophecies that has been fulfilled. And Gigila Light Up prophecy talks about lighting up Hela and lighting up the middle land, which is Port Moresby and Hela lighting up together. It really goes a long way, and I'd like to thank the government for giving me this opportunity to be the chairman and also to provide cheaper electricity for our people.
This partnership Oil Search has entered into seeks to bring together the best of public and private enterprise skills and assets for maximum positive impact in the domestic market by providing basic electricity services to as many Papua New Guineans as possible.
In providing power to Tari on 24/7. This is phase one of the project, which we will be supplying fuel to PNG Power to have the operation 24/7. Phase two, hopefully this year, will be the gas, which will power Tari as well. And we are looking at phase three, which is the Ramu project, with the opportunity to see if we can connect up to 1 million people who are living close to the grid. So we are quite excited about moving forward with this project, and happy to support the government in delivering those objectives. So with that, thank you, Prime Minister, for involving all states in those activities.
Welcome back to Resource PNG. It has been a busy week for the resource sector in PNG. Here's a look at what's been making headlines. Canadian mining firm Barrick Gold will reportedly be compensating a group of women who allege they were assaulted at the mine's Pogera operations in Enga province. According to reports online, Earth Rights International and Barrick issued a joint statement. They said Barrick Gold Corporation and Earth Rights International have negotiated a settlement of claims by 14 individuals from PNG, represented by ERI, in relation to a variety of alleged acts of violence concerning the Pogera mine in PNG. Reports say Earth Rights International have been negotiating a settlement with Barrick over the past 2 weeks. Now on to Tolokuma Gold Mine, and there have been reports of a decision by Petromin PNG Holdings Limited to close the Tolokuma Gold Mine in Central Province. The mine, located in the Goilala district, has been losing money in recent times, largely due to the falling prices in world metal prices, together with increasing costs associated with production. Production at Tolokuma began in 1995 with underground mining in mid-1997. The mine currently employs more than 600 people. And now to some news from the palm oil industry. After acquiring over 98% of New Britain Palm Oil Limited, Sime Darby Berhard has opted to buy out the remaining shares from shareholders who did not accept their offer. Under this arrangement, shareholders will be paid 28.79 toya per share. Furthermore, NBPOL has also informed the London Stock Exchange as well as Port Moresby Stock Exchange of the company's intention to delist from these respective stock exchanges in the coming weeks. And that ends Resource News for this week and also brings us to the end of this episode of Resource PNG. If you want to contribute to this program, get in touch with us via email on resourcepng@mtv.com.pg or log on to www.mtv.com.pg, where you will find a link to the Resource PNG page. You can also find us on Facebook. Until the next time, pleasant viewing.